哪怕是我们在做服务，在做各种各样的服务，包括发出声音震荡，不那么完美，他都因为爱我们准备接受所有这些服务。那我们呢？我们应该是努力的，尽量的把我们的服务各项服务做得完美。
When I was 1 year old, maybe I was calling my mother some broken words, but when I'm 20 or 30 or 40 years old, I have to use proper language.
那就像我在1岁的时候，我在呼唤我的母亲，跟我母亲讲话，可能我说的都是断断续续的一些个声音。但是如果我20岁了，我30岁了，我40岁了，我是不是应该越来越用越正确的那些话跟他交流？
So in our case, the perfection is not, of course, manifest in mastering the Sanskrit, even though it's good to try.
那当然，从我们这个对于我们来说，我们的完美并不是说我们到最后发出这些个梵文发的都特别的完美，
But it's manifest in our desire to hear about Krishna.
而是这样的一个完美应该表现在我们的越来越渴望聆听 Krishna 的这个部分。
At first, we could be driven by curiosity,
首先呢，可能是一种好奇，
or by the entertainment a particular devotee is able to provide us with. Some entertainment, some nice stories, some funny jokes.
就像就很我们特别渴望聆听一些个奉献者给我们讲一些个很动听的有关 Krishna 的故事啊，或开一些个很有意思的玩笑啊，我们有这个兴趣。
Or some knowledge, information to get.
那当然呢，从这种聆听当中，我们就会得到一些个知识。
But the maturity of our relationship with Krishna is when manifest when we want to hear about him, no matter who speaks about him, no matter which scripture is being discussed in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. We just want to come and listen because that's more important for us than anything else.
但是呢，我们跟 Krishna 的这样一种爱的关系变得越来越成熟，表现在到最后，无论是谁在这里讲有关 Krishna，讲课讲的怎么样，讲什么，我们都想要来听。
And it is explained by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati.
这个就像这个圣恩巴提喜丹的 Sarasvati Maharaj。
But just like Radha Krishna picture here,
Radha Krishna。
I have somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like Krishna, like behind.
就像
Radha Krishna. Just like Krishna, he is God, and he has Srimati Radharani as his energy.
他说，就像 Krishna， 我们知道他是神，然后他还有圣 Radharani 是他的能量。
And we can never worship Krishna without Radharani.
那我们在崇拜 Krishna 的时候，不可能不崇拜 Radharani。
Because Radharani is the energy of Krishna. What she does, she manifests Krishna for our eyes.
因为 Radharani 是 Krishna 的能量，它就是在我们眼前，为了让我们能看见，来展现 Krishna。
Just like we have a flower, a lotus flower, then the color of the lotus flower, the shapes of its petals, the aroma, the fragrance, all these things are energies of the lotus flower, and we perceive the lotus flower through these energies.
正如，比方说一朵莲花好了，这朵莲花的它的颜色、它的形状、它的这个花的花蕾，或者是甚至是花香，其实所有这些都是莲花的能量。我们通过这些能量，才真正能够感受到这朵莲花。
And if we're blind, and if we don't have the sense of smell, olfactory sense, and we cannot touch, then we don't know that lotus flower exists.
那如果我们眼睛是瞎的，我们那个嗅觉也不行，然后我们也不能够摸的话，那我们就不能够感知到什么到底是莲花。
In the same way, Srimati Radharani, she manifests Krishna as very merciful, as very beautiful, as very strong, as very attractive, as very humorous.
那同样的道理，这个 Radharani 作为 Krishna 的能量，把 Krishna 在我面前展现为非常的美丽、非常的强壮、非常的仁慈、非常的这个、非常的那个，就是他展现出来。
And without her, we cannot understand that he exists.
如果没有 Radharani 的话，我们根本就不能够了解到 Krishna 是不是存在。
Because he's not interested in
He's not what?
he's not interested in having us know about him.
因为实际上他对我们就是要不要知道他也没有什么兴趣，非要让我们知道，他没有这样。
He doesn't need us to believe that he exists.
他根本就不需要我们相信他存在。
Because he exists anyhow.
因为反正不管怎么样，他就存在
Whether
在
we
那。
believe it or not, he
我们
exists.
信不信，根本就不重要。
But Shrimati Radharani wants very much that we serve him as well.
但是呢，圣 Radharani 就是一直特别想要，就是为他做服务。
And out of her mercy, when we render even small service to Krishna, Shrimati Radharani magnifies and multiplies it.
那个他也特别 Radharani 也特别希望我们能够为他们做服务，所以哪怕我们就是为他做了一点点服务，他都会把这个服务给他加乘上，就成倍。
And presents us to Krishna.
然后呢，同时把我们就是推到 Krishna 那里
And she tells him, this is your devotee.
然后就告诉 Krishna 说，这个是你的奉献者。
And if she tells him that, then Krishna accepts.
那如果他 Radharani 告诉我们 Krishna 推荐我们的话 ，Krishna 就会接受我们。
So I'm given this example because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and I started giving his explanation, he says something very interesting.
那我之所以给举这个例子，因为刚才我提到 Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati， 他说了一些东西是非常有意思。
He said that just like Shrimati Radharani is the energy of Krishna,
他说就像圣 Radharani 是 Krishna 的能量一样，
and she reveals Krishna to us.
他向我们揭示出 Krishna。
And without her, we cannot worship him.
没有圣 Radharani 的话，我们不可能崇拜 Krishna。
In the same way, the whole name is Krishna himself, Harinama.
同样的道理 ，Krishna 的圣名这个是他本人 Harina。
But the reading and hearing about Krishna from the Shastra, from the scriptures, like Srimad Bhagavatam, is that Shakti of Krishna which manifests.
同样的道理，聆听有关所有这些经典、圣典、国家版的所有这些经典，实际上也是 Krishna 的那个能量 Shakti 的展示。
So just like it is impossible to worship Krishna without Radharani,
就像没有 Radharani 要崇拜 Krishna 是不可能的事。
it is impossible to chant the whole name properly without reading about Krishna in the Shastra.
那同样的道理，就是如果不读经典，透过经典去了解 Krishna 的话，我们是不可能正确的吟诵吟唱他的圣名。
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to read.
所以呢，阅读经典是非常重要的事情。
Anyway, we have to speak about the verse also.
那当然，现在我们还要来讲这节诗。
We haven't started reading the verse yet. I mean, we've read the verse, but we haven't discussed it yet.
我们读了这节诗，但是我们还没有讨论呢。
It's one of the incarnations, Yagya.
那这个呢，Yagya 是 Krishna 的这个其中的一个化身。
It is described in the Vedas that the whole universe is basically personal by nature. The universe has personalities involved.
那当然，经典里就讲，实际上整个这个宇宙所有的一切，其实它是人格化的。
Just like sometimes you see kids painting nature.
就像大自然，我们看到大自然是人格特征的，人格的，就像看到孩子在画大自然。
You know, they paint nature and they paint the river, they paint the trees, they paint the sun.
他们画这个河流这个树木、太阳。
So what they do when they paint the sun,
当他们在画太阳的时候，他们一般做什么呢 ？sun。
the sun,
你说我没有声音呢。
the sun.
sun，yeah。当画太阳的时候，他们画什
Is
么？
it how they paint the sun?
这个是他们就画成这样吗？
Not exactly.
不
They do something
不完
else.
全是。They paint also the eye。
Like this.
他们都是画成这个样子，是不是？
Right? The kids. We're adults. So we don't know. We don't paint this.
我们现在是大人了，所以我们不
We
这
paint
么
like
画，
this.
我们是这么画。
But the kids are more sensitive.
但实际上，孩子更加的敏感。
And they know that there is some personality involved also.
他们知道太阳这一定有人物在那个地方。
So they see better.
他们看得更好。太阳老公公。
Right?
Yes.
So, just like that, because that personality is behind every manifestation of the universe.
所以说，宇宙里面的展示出的所有的一切，后面实际上都是有人物的。
And the scientists they explain how this nature works. How?
那这些科学家们就解释自然是怎么展现的。
Like how the sky is blue, they can explain.
怎么样的他们是就是解释是怎么样运作的。
Have a light spectrum.
呃
Light spectrum, light,
就
light.
就像那个光啊，
That we found reflected, and then some parts of the light become filtered, and that's how the sky is blue.
然后就讲有一些什么的光线，然后怎么最后折射，然后那个天空就变成蓝色的。
That's how they explain it.
这个是他们的解释。
So they can explain how, but they can't explain why.
他们可以解释是如何运作的，但是不能够解释为什么。